Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be working on doing an oil change on the Duramax. Keep in mind when you guys do this, it's going to be a little bit different based on your year, make, model of the car. Some cars will have skid plates that you have to take bolts off of to get to it. But all the stuff is pretty much the same. Be able to pull the drain plug, remove the oil filter, clean the plug, replace it, and then fill it back up with oil. So what you guys are going to need, you're going to need this drain here. This just kind of catches all the old oil. Get however many quarts of oil you need, being that it's a diesel. I've got about 3 gallons here. It's going to vary depending on what type of engine you have. And then obviously a replacement filter. And it's not required, but it does make it easier, less spills if you have a little filler neck. Kind of makes it easier to get to. So we're going to head on down to the bottom of the truck now. Show you guys where that drain plug is, how to get it off, and start draining your oil. Alright guys, so we're down here now. If you see this is your drain plug. The easiest way, if you're not 100% sure if it's your drain plug, look at the bottom of the oil pan. Should be the only bolt, and if you're still not confident, just unscrew it a little bit. You'll see here, this drip, and it's coming out black, so you know that's your oil. ATF, stuff like that's going to be a different color altogether, unless it hasn't been changed in a while. So all you're going to do is once you get it broken loose, you're going to start to loosen it up. Be careful, wear eye protection. If you just drove your truck, be aware because you're going to have hot oil running down your hands. So you got it loose and it's going to drain on you. It's going to miss on the floor. Let it just come on out and drain into this pan now. Alright guys, so this is your oil filter. What you're going to need to do is start twisting it off. If you're smart and you've done this before, you primed it correctly and it'll just twist right off. If you haven't, you may need to get a special tool or a filter lever, or you can even just take a screwdriver, stick it into the back of it, release the pressure, and just start twisting it off. So all we're going to do is start unscrewing this, and be careful. There's still going to be oil that comes out even if the system's drained. So we're going to let this come out. So this filter is going to be full of oil when it comes off, so try and be quick. As soon as you feel it's starting to get some movement in it, get ready to just maneuver your hand. See a little bit of play going on. And out it goes. And it's just going to drain a little bit, and you can see the filter over here on my hand. We're just going to let that drain into the pan as well. And video. Alright guys, once you get that filter off, go ahead and take some clean rags. Get up there to where your mounter is and just kind of clean this off. It's still going to drain a little bit of oil, but the big thing is you don't want any sort of corrosive buildup. Make sure that it's going to not cause a leak, and then make sure you check as well that the old O-ring didn't melt for some reason, and it came off with the old filter. If you have 2 O-rings on there, it's obviously going to be causing some problems. So, and once it looks like this is done, you can just go ahead kind of clean this off as well. Get all that old oil out of there, and then you can reinstall your nice new clean plug. Alright guys, so as you can see here, this is a new O-ring. If you don't have that on your replacement filter, it's obviously a problem. Get a new one. The other thing, make sure they're the right size. Simplest way is put them up side by side. I don't have my old one up here, but just make sure they're the right size. They're both the same height. There's nothing weird going on up here. So what we're going to do, what I specified before earlier about taking it off by hand, you did it the smart way. It's priming the filter to get onto the truck. So get a little bit of clean oil on your finger. Doesn't take a lot, don't drown it. What you're going to do is you're going to rub it around the seal. You can see this little interlay here where the filter actually is. Don't put anything on the threads. Anything inside the threads is going to make it difficult to get on. It's also going to potentially cause leaks. So get that nice and oiled up, and then same thing with this O-ring out here. Just get a nice layer on there. Don't glob it on. If you absolutely drown this system, it's going to cause more problems than it'll prevent. So get that done. It's lubed up. Now it's ready to be tightened on. Alright guys, so once you get that plug put back in and that filter on, come up here, locate your engine oil cap. It's going to probably be in a different location than mine, but we're going to take that off. So once you guys got it up, if you know exactly how much to add it. If you're not, go to where you feel comfortable, and all you're going to do is, mine's under here sadly, buried alive, But you're going to find your little dipstick tube to check your oil level. Take it out, read it, see if it's full or empty. I'll show you how to read that in just a second. But just fill it up to where you know it's supposed to be, and if you're not sure, I'll show you how to check that in a second. So locate your little engine oil tab here. Always clean it, don't trust the first reading. It's going to have pressure buildup, it's going to be inaccurate the first time. So clean it off, and then what you're going to do is slide it back on in. Make sure you go all the way down, locks back into where it's supposed to be. Sit for just a second, make sure that it's touching the bottom. And now pull it back out. Don't lift it upside down, but you're going to look. You can see here we're all the way up to where we should be on the full, so we know we're full and we're good to go. Alright guys, so we got oil filled up, reading out good, checked underneath the truck, made sure there's no leaks. Now we're going to hop in, we're going to actually reset the system so that it knows. Alright guys, so we got the information pulled up, the engine oil life. I'm going to show you how to change that. Sometimes it'll show up differently depending on the truck, but if you have really any Chevy Silverado that doesn't have the button commands to do it, this is how you're going to do it. So simply just get in with the key off, and all you're going to do is you have 5 seconds to do it. So turn the key on, push the gas pedal all the way down about 3 times, and then turn the key back off. And the next time you start your truck, you'll see that the engine oil life has been reset. So very simply turn the key on 3 times, 1, 2, 3, and shut it off. Now when we turn it back on, it's at 100% engine oil life. And you can check your oil pressure gauge. It's probably going to deviate a little bit with fresh oil. It might be a little lower, a little high. My gauge is actually broken, so you can ignore that. I use that gauge up here on my scanner, but make sure that's reading up all right. And again, that reset may differ depending on what you own. This video is really structured to be about really all cars out there with minor deviations, so you can pretty much Google it, YouTube it, whatever it is to reset that on your computer. But that's pretty much the process to it. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below.